Thank you, Dean Bernardo, for that kind introduction, and thanks to all of the UCLA faculty, staff, and students for the invitation. It is an honor to be standing here with you today. And to the class of 2022, congratulations! You should be so proud. Today is yours to celebrate. Tomorrow, the work begins. As you set out to put the lessons that you've learned here to use, it is my hope that you will commit yourself to bringing joy, light, and goodness into the world. As Amanda Gorman says, when day comes, we step out of the shade, aflame and unafraid. The new dawn blooms as we free it. For there is always light, if only we're brave enough to see it. If only we're brave enough to be it. I want to say that again, if only we're brave enough to be it. Class of 2022, as you walk out of here today and into a new phase of your life, I want to talk to you about bravery. In these difficult times, are you brave enough to be a light? I was recently cleaning out my parents' attic, and I stumbled upon a letter from 1957 that my dad wrote to pastors affiliated with the South Carolina NAACP, where he served as the executive director. This was during the Civil Rights era. Growing up as a child with a front row seat to the Civil Rights Movement meant that I was exposed from an early age to the bitter hatred and ugliness that humans are capable of. It also meant that I got a master class in seeing what bravery looks like. My father spent most of my formative years investigating lynchings and other heinous acts against blacks around the country, specifically in South Carolina, and it was dangerous work. I remember my parents saying that the phones were tapped. I remember our neighbors keeping watch over our front porch armed with a shotgun to ensure the safety of my family. I remember hearing my parents talk about their work with leaders like Martin Luther King Jr. and feeling the weight of their fight for justice and being forever changed by it. In my dad's letter to the South Carolina pastors, he wrote that he was looking for brave people. He said that a person without bravery is dangerous, because without it, progress is not possible. That lesson has stuck with me and reminded me of the importance of being brave in times of immense challenge. You don't need me to tell you that we are living in difficult times here and now. The world is hurting, and you can feel it all around us. As President and CEO of United Way Worldwide, my team and I see this hurt up close and personal. The United Way Network serves 48 million people in communities in 37 countries. As we work to improve the health, education, and financial well-being of people in every community. We work every day with communities who continue to grieve over the 6 million lives lost to the COVID-19 pandemic. At the same time, we are living through what I think of as a second pandemic, a pandemic of anxiety, depression, division, hate, and fear. From our hyper-partisan politics here in the United States to the war in Ukraine, to rising prices and the existential threat of climate change, to senseless mass shootings, and a backsliding in economic, gender, and racial equality, the obstacles we face are enormous. As CEO of the largest community organization in the world, these challenges are my challenges. And no matter what your path takes you on, I hope you'll leave here thinking of these challenges as yours too. All of us have a role to play in making this world better than we found it. And business has an important role to play to make that a reality. The challenges we face are daunting, but there is no more important or exciting work. As you leave this campus to embark on whatever comes next, I hope you'll keep these 3 lessons close to help you carry on, shine a light, and stay brave. First, never hide who you are. Each of you walked into today's ceremony with your own unique life experiences, challenges, and talents. You are one of one. Y'all got that? Say it with me. I'm one of one. Come on, say it with me. I'm one of one. Okay, y'all are weak. One more time. I'm one of one. You got to say it like you believe it, and you have to walk in it and live it. See, we don't fit in other people's molds when you're one of one. I know what it's like. As a Black woman, I've been the first and only in so many different circumstances and throughout my career. I know how scary it can be to show up as you are, but trust me when I tell you that it is not only important for you, it is the only way we'll push real progress forward. You cannot engage authentically in your work, in your relationships, and in your communities unless you are your authentic self. So don't hide who you are. Adapt to changing dynamics, but don't let it change you or your values. Bring your lived experiences, the good and the bad, with you no matter where you are. You will be better for it, and so will the world. Second, lift others up as you climb, creating space for others to have the same opportunity as you. This is likely nothing new to you, but I can tell you that there is no greater satisfaction in life than serving others and putting their needs ahead of your own. As you embark on what will no doubt be a rich professional future ahead, carry this lesson with you especially close. Every single sector, whether it's philanthropy, finance, business, or government, needs to create space for the people who have been ignored, neglected, and kept out. In everything you set out to do, ensure that it is reflecting the diverse perspectives and voices of the groups it will impact. Always ask yourself, are we engaging the right people in what we do and how we do it? Are we inviting people into the room and giving them a seat at the table who have previously been left out? Are we demonstrating to our neighbors that what they have to say is heard and that it matters? Are we celebrating our differences? At United Way, everything we do is based on the power of community. We recognize that none of us can go it alone. We all need each other. And you wouldn't be sitting here today unless you had a village behind you, whether that's your family, your classmates, your professors, or your friends. I have no doubt that some of you will go on to be world leaders or run a Fortune 500 company. Others will open small businesses or teach or carve a different path. No matter where you land, all of us need people to hold ourselves accountable, to guide us, to tell us the truth, to remind us that we are loved. So keep building your village. Hold them close and let them hold you even closer. Give thanks to the people who have helped get you to where you are today, and commit yourself to do the same for someone else. As Toni Morrison said, our real job is that if you are free, you need to free somebody else. If you have some power, then your job is to empower somebody else. And finally, dream big and relentlessly find your purpose. Push yourself beyond what you thought was possible, because you will likely surprise yourself. Do that, and you will have a chance to receive one of life's greatest gifts, finding your passion. Whether that takes you to a boardroom on Wall Street, or a startup in Silicon Valley, or a small business hub in the Midwest, It is a blessing to find yourself exactly where you dreamed that you would be. It's also important to recognize that your passion doesn't need to be saving the world. Indeed, we need light to shine through the darkness in a million different places, in a million different ways. It is up to all of us to contribute to advancing the common good and building up our community, even when it seems small or insignificant, and even in the most challenging of times. Follow your passion, and you will be doing good for your community and for the world, no matter what it may look like. I want to close by reminding you that bravery is contagious. You may not notice it or even believe it, but I can promise you that others are watching what you do. When you are brave enough to be yourself, to build your village and find your passion, you will be the light that we need in difficult times. The light that my father and mother were and still are. The light that generations before them and generations to come are called to be. The light that is now up to you is to shine to overcome our darkest challenges. Others will take note, and they will start to shine a light of their own. So get after it, and don't waste a moment. And when you inevitably face setbacks along the way, don't stay down too long. Learn, grow, and carry on. Fortune favors the brave. So be brave. Choose goodness. Shine your light and never look back. Congratulations to my nephew, Christopher Lowe, and to the class of 2022, and a million thanks to all of you.